Previously on Bookruption.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Bookruption. I'm your host, Phil Jean Kane.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of Bookruption, following on 10 years after episode 3. Today's book is SOS from Mars by John Keir Cross. The premise is that there are several Martian expeditions and attempts to colonize the planet. At this point in the book, chapter 1, there hasn't been a fully successful mission. They're working on different types of spacecraft, communication, and ways of settling on Mars. The year is 19 blank, according to the book. So, in terms of our present, it's at least 20 years ago. If I had done this episode 10 years ago, it would be at least 10 years ago, if you follow. Anyway, let's get into chapter 1 and see what's going on. Archie, his thin young face flushed and happy, had bought some drinks from the marquee, which had housed the refreshments earlier. Katie, prettily contented, her gay summer frock a last lovely touch of colour against the silver of the runway surfers, poetic, sat close to the beaming interior, also known as inventor, himself, her arm tucked into his. He could be an interior inventor. I haven't read the whole book yet. "Let's have some music, KC," she said to me dreamily. I unslung from my shoulder the small portable receiver I always carried with me on such outings. He's very prepared. "That's it," murmured Katie as I tuned. "Some Mozart, something quiet and nice. No, Schubert, isn't it?" "Dear, gentle Schubert," she said softly, breaking off for a moment. "If he could have foreseen that we'd be listening to him in a place like this after all we've known of marvels today." So, I think it was an incredible sort of air show / invention display that they have just witnessed. I decided it was better for me not to read either before the section or after the section I'm reading to you, so I just come to it fresh, you know. Katie continues. "For all we know, the air all around might be full of messages from Mars, and if only we could tap into them." Her voice trailed away at a sudden strange exclamation from Archie Borrowdale. I saw him leaning forward intently towards the little portable, his hand raised, his head on one side. "Wait, Katie," he said. Listen, Roddy, that interference of yours, KC, listen." I did listen to the continual interference rather than the music itself, the thin crackling running constantly beneath Rosamunda, and there was an instinctive tightening round my heart, a flash of thought and understanding, quite fabulous. It seems that the Martians have been trying to contact them, and Katie, in her way, has hit upon it, serendipitously. Hopefully Archie's not one of those jerks who won't give her credit. But who knows? The only way to find out is to continue reading SOS from Mars by John Keir Cross. This particular edition is in circulation in Australia, in fact in Perth, Western Australia where I am, thanks to the Dominican Ladies College, who at some point gave up possession of this and sold it, knowing that other people needed to understand what Mars and space travel would be about, or the subject of that would be important for the public in the 21st century, perhaps even more important than it was in the 20th century, i.e., e.g., Elon Musk, etc., Space Force, hashtag, we're going into space. Okay, well, that's all from Bookruption for now. I'll be seeing you, hearing you, and you'll be seeing and hearing me very, very soon. Thanks for listening.